Alright, kids and adults alike, lady dudes and people who are not listening to this anymore.
And real ladies, and not just lady dudes.
How are the people not listening to this anymore listening to this?
I have no idea. Anyway, we're here with Prince through the podcast, Gamecast edition. To my left is the always lovely Devin Moon.
Am I on your left?
To my right.
Just a little confused today.
I got you. I'm sorry, I'm making fun of everything. I'm sorry.
It was a long day at work.
Yeah, go ahead.
Front and center. Oh, Sawyer, I don't know what to say about you today. The magnificent Sawyer Champagne.
Oh, don't be jealous, man.
Keep him away from your children. He will eat them.
He's got a Twitch account now.
Twitching,
right?
I'm twitching now.
Give us some info.
Oh, you want me to plug it now?
Plug it now. Hurry, quick.
Okay, so just my channel is twitch.tv/SawyerBC.
Time's
and then
that was
that was it. That's
okay.
all you get. And to my official left is Alan Champagne.
I prefer to be known as the talent from the rest of the show.
The Jedi.
Just call me the talent.
Yeah, you haven't earned that yet.
You are not getting talent.
Padawan Alan.
That is not coming over there. I don't care how bad I am. You are not getting talent.
You can call me the talent with a capital.
Because
He's
last week it was the
I got different words.
Decrepit Alan. So your name is just a step up from being hateful and decrepit. So be grateful.
I'll give you the decrepit talent.
The decrepit talent. Alan Champagne.
Yep, so I'll give you that.
And there's me, Dustin Alameda. I'll be hosting this lovely Gamecast. So there's a lot of news that has come out from the GDC. First off, we'll talk a little bit about the Xbox One going cross-platform. Talk about some old, very retro video games, Battletoads, and maybe a teaser that has come up out of that. Some Steam VR. Virtual. We talked about some virtual stuff last time, but we'll get into more depth on that. A lot with some other goodies. So, cross-platforming on Xbox One. Why do we need it?
So, to be clear, this is in 360 and Xbox One, right?
360?
No, this is 360 Xbox One. I'm not hitting it.
No, Max.
No, stop hitting my.
I'm trying not to die here.
Windows Phone
Coughing up my lung.
and Windows 10.
Okay.
And so Xbox Live is going across every Windows thing you could possibly think of.
So all your Windows crap.
And so you're going to be able to cross-platform between everything. Developers are going to have the options to do all this.
Which is pretty cool if you don't have, a ton of money. If you've bought a nice gaming PC,
yeah,
you don't have to buy an Xbox One and shell out the extra.
Yeah, the extra crap.
$300 for that.
Yeah.
Okay, but say this. A guy owns the Xbox One, he owns a PC.
Yeah.
Maybe, hypothetically, the
Yeah.
guy's wife is on the Xbox One watching Netflix.
Yes.
Do I have to buy another version of the game to play on my PC?
It's all game developer preference. Xbox or the Microsoft guys have came out and said, look, this is what you can do. They're making the Xbox Store an application, or the Microsoft Store an application, so it's universal across everything.
Ooh.
And so, it's all what the game developers want. They're not going to make the game developer say, okay, well, you can sell one copy on our store, and that's it. It's for everything. It's all what they want. They're just making it able for us to have these options.
Go ahead. I think it's pretty cool that I guess everyone's doing this already. You got the Wii U that has the gamepad you can leave. You have the PS4 has Vita, but Microsoft owns all this crap, and it seems like sometimes they don't do anything with it. And I'm glad to see that they're like, oh, hold on, a lot of PC gamers use Windows. Why don't we combine these two? Like, this should have happened a long time ago, I feel like.
Take advantage of your technology.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo did a great job of that with the gamepad and the Wii U.
Yeah.
Being cross-platform, even on generations.
Game Boy Advance back in the day, I think with N64, back when Pokemon and it was like Pokemon Stadium or something, you could upload your Pokies.
Yeah, you can do things like that. Right now, though, Wii U's not doing too hot with that, but I think they're trying to with the 3DS and the Wii U, and I hope someday that they're trickling in. There's a few games that are getting that way. But
I don't know, because I've been looking in. So with Twitch streaming, in order for you to do a lot of the stuff, you have to have a capture card.
Okay.
And they're making it harder and harder for you to stream for like the handheld devices. Nintendo is.
Oh, really?
So their new 3DS, you can't Twitch stream off of it.
Interesting.
And the old ones, you have to actually get someone to put in the capture card into it.
Yeah.
And so they're getting a little stingy with it.
Nintendo's like a whole weird beast. They just do things differently than everyone else, and that's always how they've been, which is kind of lame at times and not lame at other times, but I don't know.
But cross-platform, so when do we think it might go cross-system? Because I think cross-platform is going in the right direction for the future of gaming.
I don't know. Will it ever go cross-system?
I hope so. There's
You think
talk.
so?
There's talk. But
I don't see that. Like, why would you do that for Sony? Like, what is Sony and Microsoft going to get out of it, money wise? Because like you got, you want people to buy your console. If people are Xbox One people already, it's like, well, why do I need to buy a PS4 if I can just play the same games? With all my buddies that are PS4, because that's a big reason.
Well, maybe you still have exclusives, but the
Yeah.
ones that aren't exclusive could
Combine like
potentially
Call of
be
Duties and things.
cross-platform.
Yeah.
because in reality, they're gonna already own half of these games anyways on the console they have. They're not gonna switch consoles unless it's an exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, it's true. But
So-
yeah, I don't know.
The problem what I see would be maybe subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're going to use that to drive subscriptions, be like, pay an extra $10 for your Xbox Live Gold, and you can connect to the PlayStation Network or something.
Yeah, but this isn't like there actually is like there was a Final Fantasy online game I think
Was
that
that 14 or
it might have been
11?
11. So
The first one was
that
11.
went through PS. I don't know if it was a PS2,
PS2?
game, PS2 to Xbox.
Mhm.
So that it's possible. I mean, it's possible they've done it before, and maybe it's just dependent on the developer rather than the console person. But I don't know.
I'm thinking the actual console people that they're too greedy right now,
Oh yeah,
and they're wanting to keep
making
everything
so much
separate
money.
because
Crazy.
that's how they're going to be able to keep their console sales up and compete with each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd rather them say, okay, let's make the best system possible, and that's why you're buying it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still going to have exclusives, like Halo's
Yeah.
always going to be Xbox and stuff like that.
Uncharted will always be.
But I
PS4.
think there are games like Destiny or other things where PlayStation has exclusive content for it,
Yeah.
but why can't you
But
cross-console
you
it?
can get by. Yeah.
Because, oh yeah, I don't have two guns and a map or something because I have the Xbox. PlayStation still has the advantage. That's why people want to go PlayStation. That's good. I'm an Xbox kid because that's what all my friends play, and that's
Yeah.
why I have it.
And that's my thing. People go to consoles because that's what my friends play. You know what I mean? And that's why you do it. So I'm not sure if they'll switch, but if they do, I hope they do. That'd be awesome. I would love to play with people. Nintendo won't be on there, but everyone else will be.
We love you, Nintendo.
We do. We actually do.
Stop doing your own thing and get with it, though. Come on, be more nice to us gamers.
Yeah, we gotta head to the future, not as slowly.
Or Back to the Past.
Well,
Like-
bring the past to the future.
Well, let's not
Back
go
to the
back to the
future.
past.
Bringing the past to the future is what Nintendo does best.
Yes.
Nintendo made Battletoads,
Oh my gosh!
and
Well, it was coming.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. You got it.
Sawyer, who was wearing a shirt during GDC?
So Phil Spencer, he's kind of like the head guy over Xbox, as he claims himself over the gaming division of Microsoft, but he's like the president of the Xbox side.
Yeah.
Right. And so Phil Spencer was doing his GDC conference or presentation, and he had a shirt that was teasing Battletoads video game
Yeah.
on it. Which, I read that they might be making a new Battletoads game and was immediately brought back to my childhood. And something I would like to see more of. Retro games coming back.
Yeah, that's true. Battletoads is kind of a strange one for me. I wasn't like crazy about Battletoads when I was a kid. I remember thinking these toads are weird and they can do. Don't they like form into different shapes or
What are
something?
you talking about? Maybe their
Like
fists
their
like
fist
Yeah, it
turns
was turned
into
into an iron ball
yeah, their
or a
fist
spiked
turn-
fist or...
Yeah, that's all I remember.
But it was,
and,
a throwback
like a weird
to-
Ninja Turtles with toads.
A throwback to times when games were difficult,
Yeah,
challenging, and, just fun.
yeah.
Okay, to be fair, were they really that difficult, or were they just difficult because we were younger and didn't have quite
Go back and play
quite
it.
the
They're pretty
understanding?
They're pretty tough. Like going back on some of them, like
Mega Man, the
And-
toughest game.
and when you don't have saves, like you
True.
know, like
No auto saves.
yeah, you're like, oh, screw this crap. Autosaves are the thing. But for Battletoads, they were so you guys were talking about Shovel Knight, right? And Battletoads being connected in some way.
Yeah, so Xbox in their huge GDC, because they have 12, 13 different blocks after this one. This is just kind of their main presentation
Yeah.
to get everyone interested to go into their other hours. Right?
Yeah.
So they did a whole. They talked about cross console and all their other new stuff. So they did all the previews of a few of the game developers that have already been working with their system. Shovel Knight happens to be one of them already.
Mm-hmm.
And so in it, you see Shovel Knight, he's walking around, and then a spaceship comes in and out drops all three Battletoads right in front of him in the nice little pixelated form.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, oh, there's another teaser. Thank you, Xbox.
Well, I wonder if it's a teaser or if it's actually. Did it look like it was pixels made for
it matched
Shovel Knight?
It matched it.
I'm guessing, and it might even be true, that they're playable characters.
in Shovel
In
Knight.
PS4, they have Kratos as a playable character in Shovel Knight. So Xbox, obviously, like we said with Soul Calibur taking people, Xbox's version is Battletoads or taking Shovel Knight's thing. So
Well, the main reason I even thought about Battletoads is retro versus new games, new IPs.
yeah,
Like, what do we want? Because I'm almost partial to, give me something classic with a new spin on it nowadays than risking spending $60 on
something
a
new.
game that just isn't worth it.
Oh man, I don't know.
Right. You know what? As long as they don't change the game,
Yeah.
like in a difficult manner, because I've seen a lot of remakes just totally annihilate.
What it was.
Exactly. And so, like, you know what? Bring back Gauntlet,
Yeah.
but don't put a new spin on it. Don't make the graphics better. Don't change the view. Don't do any of that stuff. Just spoof it up, smooth it out. Put that same crap out there. I'll buy it all over again.
Yeah, and there's ways to improve old ideas with new concepts, Nintendo is the champ at that.
Right.
Super Mario Galaxy is an awesome game, and it's just a switched up version of, classic Mario things. You got the jump, you go through obstacles, but how do we switch it up? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And with
Cat costume.
with
Stupid cat costume.
yeah, cat costume. But even that changed up the game,
Yeah.
and that was fun to have. Like in that game, it was 4-player co-op. That was its
Yeah.
deal, right? And it was fun to I actually could play with my wife, and she actually went through a whole game with me.
And it wasn't like,
Accomplishment.
the
So
new
the
Super Mario
accomplishment.
Brothers. It was an updated
Yeah,
kind of...
3D version.
It still had the original feel to it.
Yeah, of
It played exactly like a Mario game, but...
Yep. So yeah, like with Gauntlet, they could update things in a way that is not breaking what was beautiful about that game. You know what I mean?
The simplicity. It was magical.
Yeah. So, yeah, new IPs can be scary. We didn't talk about
The Order.
The Order.
1866.
18 something.
It
It got average reviews and not doing too hot. And I've heard it's just kind of like,
The gameplay is a little rough, is
Yeah.
what they're saying, but the story's pretty good. It's just short.
yeah.
Well, I thought it was like 8 hours.
Yeah, it's 6 to 8 hours,
And
which
if you,
I thought it was 3 to 4.
but it's a shooter.
if you rush through it.
Oh,
and if you
okay.
think of shooters, how long was the original Halo? You could beat that thing in
6
2
to
hours.
6 to 8 about. But yeah, I mean, so if that is true, it's not bad for a shooter. But
The
what
gameplay being
yeah.
rough, though.
The
that's
one
kinda-
negative thing I heard that people really don't like is a lot of instances.
yeah,
Button pressing, hit square now.
yeah, one of those blah blah blah
cinematic- No.
You're in it, but not really doing anything, and like yeah. So with that's the problem. You got these new IPs that are
Risking.
coming in out
Well-
that are risky, but I'm glad they're doing them. But I bet that game will come out with a 2 if it makes enough money,
And it'll be
and that
good.
game will rock. But until then,
I'm
Because
thinking. So Xbox in the same little Phil Spencer release,
yeah,
they actually showed a new indie IP.
Okay.
and I think it's called Gigantic.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't know if you've watched Mexico. You watched it,
I've read a little bit about it, but
and so it's supposed to have a little taste of everything, where you can be you can play the shooter, the archer class, but it's a MOBA,
Okay.
which Dota,
Which
that
is
type
getting,
of-
battle arena
which is
type.
coming into the console worlds.
which is coming to the console world.
which
so.
Xbox promised, at the
A
start
long
almost,
time.
to have
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
MMOs in, and
yeah.
finally coming through with
And
that.
so it looks pretty good. I mean, the graphics kind of reminded me of Kung Fu Panda, the little Japanese-esque animation.
Uh-huh.
And so it looks pretty fun to play, but your whole goal is like MOBA, but instead of you go and destroy the Nexus on the other team, you each have one giant monster guardian thing. And it's going through and it's killing everyone,
Uh-huh.
but you're supposed to destroy the other teams.
Yeah.
But you still got, your tank and your melee bruiser classes and your mage and your archer class.
Yeah.
So it looks something unique and, well, not quite unique. It looks a little different.
Yeah.
Not too much different League of Legends and Smite and stuff. But I think it'll do pretty good as a new IP. It looks interesting.
That's good. I'm glad that they are doing new IPs, but yeah. I mean, it's a risk. And
it's a risk, and they're probably hemorrhaging money, to
Oh,
make
yeah.
this beautiful
Oh, yeah.
game that they.
That game was probably tons of money to do and not that much out of it. Just all you get is a pretty shooting gallery is what I've heard. And gameplay's everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways,
Well, I don't know if you mind me going into the next topic with what you said.
go for
You
it.
okay with that?
If
or
you can
any
sway
other
way into it,
contents?
we'll do it.
Sway
If you
way.
can't, we might.
Well,
Just
it is
beat
hard
the
because a
crap out
lot
of
of game developers dump a lot of money into developing a game and they don't know how much it's going to work. So now with the Unreal Engine 4, it's actually going to be free until you make your first 3,000 on the game.
Hey.
And
Hat
so-
off to you.
Wow, that was smooth like butter. I didn't even know we weren't even, there was no
Switching
transfer.
topics.
When he
Right.
said,
Well,
when he
no,
said,
but every time there's a smooth segue, we stop and talk about how smooth it was. So it like counter defeats purpose. You know what I mean?
Alan, may I? That was beautiful. Papa.
Oh gosh.
All right, go ahead.
So now all the game developers, and it's really big, it's going to make it really easy for indie gamers or indie game developers to come in and make new titles for it. And Xbox is really trying to host it a lot and trying to get the indie side, because I don't remember if you guys remember the Xbox One like E3
Yeah.
where they talked
yeah.
about it. It seemed so unfriendly to
Yeah.
indie games.
Yeah.
Where PlayStation's like, indie gamers, we want you, come to us.
Yeah, we're your best buddies.
This
We're
is-
all games. Yeah.
This is like complete 360 for it.
Yeah.
Or complete 180 for the Xbox One. There we go.
Yeah, 360 is
Back in the same
console.
place.
Yep.
Anyways. And so I think with the Unreal Engine 4, the new one,
Yeah.
being free until you start to make a profit, and then they're going to be like, okay, start giving us some royalties.
Yeah.
I think that's going to put a lot of people out there, and more people are going to have the guts to go and try to get their name out there.
Yeah. And I was kind of I don't know how to make video games at all, but I'm like, I wonder how easy it is, or like how you do it. Because like there's they like, hey, we're going to give you like some tutorials and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay. I don't know.
talking about indie developers, I was reading the article, and just real quick about the creator of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And he was asked, what was your favorite Final Fantasy? He was like, the first one we ever did. We had so much emotion in that game, and there was only 4 of us.
Mhm.
We ended with maybe 10 people.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's what it's about, right?
Yeah, it's just a group of dudes making some really good games, Shovel Knight was considered like game of the year for a lot of people, and that was like an indie title, and so...
I remember reading, I actually read that about the Final Fantasy today, and he said, we had no idea it was going to take off.
Yeah.
We just put all our hopes and dreams into one video game, and it was
We
really
actually
cool
thought it
what
was
he
gonna
said.
suck, but
We could do an inspirational speech right now.
we could, but we won't.
Dang it!
Yeah.
Planning it in my head. 7 years
Do you-
ago.
Nobody's that.
I don't know what a score
Don't make me
means.
laugh, it burns my lungs.
Sorry, Nick. Our host is dying.
Well, I'm not dead yet, so... but if I don't take a break soon, I might just die. Well, welcome back to Brain Stew, the podcast, Gamecast. Let's talk about the top 25 video games of all time. We're just going to go through a list and do maybe a little bit of yay and nay if we are agreeing with this list. And
Are we going from 1 to 25 or 25 to 1?
I can't really tell. I'm guessing from best to worst.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
You're
the man.
I have no idea.
This is the Metacritic
There's no
list.
numbers.
Metacritic.
Oh, okay.
So-
It's just the green thing is it's by score.
So this is the Metacritic list.
Yeah,
This
so
is
this
the
is
Metacritic
Metacritic's list, which is notoriously difficult for.
Now, the first
Everything.
one,
It's retarded list.
Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, best game ever.
It's good, but I don't know about best.
You don't think best?
Best game ever? No. It was an amazing game, but not best game ever.
Oh man.
So, what you disagree? What's your best game ever?
Yeah.
It's hard to
You
decide.
gotta switch it on that list. You gotta put a number 1 there, and then we gotta yell at you.
I got to start thinking about the number 1 first. Give me some time to think about number 1.
Give us more in the list. And then
Yeah.
we'll,
All right.
All right.
For me, that is pretty dang close.
Yeah,
That
it's
is-
It's got to
up
be close,
there.
but it's not the best.
Oh man.
If it's not one, it's top 5. Easy.
I can't think of anything to beat it right now.
Yeah,
so
so
I might
it
just
might be
default
my
it.
best.
Might
actually.
default in just because.
So right now it's my best until
All right.
I get thinking. Go
Let's
ahead.
keep going. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
That's
Okay.
number 2.
That's number 2.
Do you know what? It was pretty good.
It is not number 2.
I wasted so many hours on that game. Not number 2, but
If
it was
only
pretty
for
good.
the soundtrack, right?
No,
True.
yeah, there is.
Little
It is it's a
Powerhouse
freaking fun
5000.
game. It's a fun game, and they had a lot of. Yeah, they had a good soundtrack
They
too.
did.
I
Very
remember-
customizable and
Yeah, there was a lot. It was good
Create
for what
your
it
own
was. You
skater
could create your
and-
own park in that one, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
There was,
I remember playing a lot of Zelda, but I think I clocked in more hours with like Tony Hawk, you know, and
I think Tony Hawk, you were able to clock in more hours.
getting
though.
your grind up to like
Tony
the
Hawk
max
billion.
Tony Hawk.
the point meter just keeps going up. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall.
And then you just cheat, and you're just like, yeah, I'm not even going to
I feel like Tony Hawk was a thing of its time, though. You know what I mean? Like it was so '90s. Like it was like
came out in 2000.
Was it? So, never mind. But like it was like skateboarders and like you know what I mean. And
Early
punk,
2000s.
punk music. And
It definitely
like,
had a different demographic.
Yeah, like and I don't know if it fits with us still, but I'm sure there's people that still would dig it.
It's not a game I'd play today, no.
I would still play it. I was trying to look for it, but it's not number 2. No.
All right.
no.
Now
it's
this
not
next one.
rounded enough.
Probably up to like 30.
Fine, go ahead.
No, not well rounded enough. I'm not shaking my head at you. I'm shaking my head at the next freaking game in this list.
Okay, let's hear it.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
No.
Now,
I'm not a Grand Theft Auto guy,
Yeah,
and that's probably bad for anyone that loves Grand Theft Auto
You know-
because I think all of us are not Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I've played them, and I played number 3 when I was growing up.
Vice City?
No,
No.
Liberty City.
what?
Liberty City, wasn't that number 4? No, that was San Andreas was number 4, right?
San Andreas was like number 4, but this is the one with the Russian guy
This is GTA 4.
Yeah.
Like, called 4.
called for. San Andreas
Not
was some.
in order, but
I
it's
don't know.
called Grand Theft Auto 4.
The only
so-
memory I have is playing Vice City, and like we borrowed it from. I don't remember who we borrowed it from, and all we did was walk around and beat hookers with baseball bats. That's all we did. My dad even
That's
came down and
each
beat
their
hookers with
own.
baseball bats with us.
Oh, wow.
That's all you do.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of... Like, I don't want to
Ooh,
be a gangster.
floating money.
And,
Mine.
yeah. I don't
I
know.
like the only Grand Theft Auto I played was 2, and that,
That
was
was
when
pretty
you were
fun.
in the overhead pixelated version on the computer.
When it was more
That
like
was pretty
Taxi.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that one's a little more...
You drove the car into the auto shop, came out with machine guns,
Yeah,
just mowed
more
people.
more funny because of the angle of it and the cheesiness of it all. You
It wasn't
know?
just the whole "I'm a gangster cop killer."
Yeah, it's just like I'm just some dude. Yeah, pixel guy. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. I can respect what they do, creating that huge world and all that crap, but I'm not into
The crime
world
premise,
that
right.
they do. Yeah,
Fun game. Definitely not on my top 5 list.
no, not even.
Not on my top 25.
No.
And then the next one is kind of confusing too. The first Soul Calibur.
What?
Wow.
For the you would think like Street Fighter for the first fighter game to make this.
Not
That's a
even
good
that.
point.
I
Or
would've
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat,
Kombat
yeah.
in that
I'd
one.
go Mortal Kombat before I go those.
A lot of people don't consider that a good fighter, though.
Or Tekken even.
Yeah, that's true. But
Does anybody consider Soul Calibur a good fighter?
some people do. People talk about Soul Calibur like it's the greatest thing ever, and I'm not exactly sure why. I have only played the second one. It was good, but it wasn't my kind of game. I was I'm a dead or
Alive
guy.
guy.
Yeah, it's not, everyone. I think fighters. It's like it just hits certain people. Like you're gonna get dead or alive people. You're gonna get Mortal Kombat people. People are just gonna be.
Or there are those few guys who are just like fighter games in general.
And they just love fighters. And,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that for those people, it's probably number one on their list. But yeah, kind of a strange thing.
All right, we're gonna lump these next two together.
Okay.
Because it's 1 and 2. Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii, 1 and 2.
1 and 2
are the next two in list.
Those games are really good. Have you played those games?
I haven't played the Galaxy, no.
Galaxy.
I've
Of
seen
them?
it.
I haven't played either of them.
I've seen it and played it for like maybe 15 minutes, and yeah, they're enjoyable.
It's so good that I would almost say it is about as good as the 64 one, almost.
That good.
That good. Yeah. It's really impressive. Like the things they do with the universe and these round like worlds that they, and the gravity and all that crap, they just are crazy. And the second one, you have Yoshi, and with the Wii remote, it's really fun because Yoshi's tongue is the Wii remote, so you can control his tongue to shoot out like really far distances and stuff.
Sweet.
And it's just really amazing music, really fun. I don't like the hub world as much as 64's because it's just
the castle.
Yeah, the castle hub world I think is my favorite hub world, but of the Marios. But I don't. But as a game, it's up there. I don't know if
Solid.
it's quite up to 64, but it's solid. It should be up there, somewhere up there.
Yeah, most of the titles on this list are fairly recent.
Yeah,
so far, except Zelda and Soul Calibur.
That's true. It's
we're
kind
the
of
only
strange
90s.
that we haven't gotten to like
Tony Hawk
Metroids
was
or
pretty
Castlevania. Yeah, Tony Hawk.
2000, yeah.
But yeah, like Metroids or Castlevanias.
And this
yeah.
next one on the list, another Grand Theft Auto, the last one, Grand Theft Auto 5. Somehow makes it in there 3 times.
All 3
Whoa.
different
Dang you,
consoles,
Metacritic. I don't understand how you
Well,
are
this
compiling this list.
So it is supposed to be pretty big, though. This number 5, because they introduced like flying helicopters and jets, and now they just came out with, or they're coming out with heists.
It's out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just
I'm
barely
pretty
out.
sure.
Yeah, I think it just
The
So,
online
they just
mode.
it's coming out and they just are showing.
Yeah, and so it's
It's coming
continual
out soon.
content, and so they're doing a good job with it, and it's pretty big from what I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
With all the content releases and stuff, it's pretty big. So
No.
I guess some people like it.
The heist thing sounds cool. Like there's like a guy that is like the boss and stuff, and it's like, we'll finance your guys' heist. Say I was the boss, I could finance you guys, your heist, and we go.
And
out
you can
do
go
our
as a
crime.
group multiplayer into it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a fun idea.
And they got good ideas.
And again, the world, they like their little details. That's why people, are
Love it.
crazy about those games.
Yeah, and you get to beat hookers.
Yeah, sure. If-
For some reason,
if
they
this-
just go crazy for
just
that.
love beating hookers. That's your kind of game. I'm ecstatic.
You should be.
All right. Skipping that one, we talked about it. Next one, a classic. I think probably one of D's games. This would be in his top 5. Perfect Dark.
Ooh.
The original N64.
The original N64.
That was a pretty good game.
That is a good game.
Yeah, but the ending still has me a bit lost.
It's a good game, but the story is weird, dude. There's like
True.
Elvis from like a big-headed alien Elvis. Like there's some weird things that you're like, I don't know if this is like top 10. Like I like the game, but I don't think
Quirky.
I'd put it that high.
It was co-op. It was
Yeah,
good at the
that's
time.
So that's the thing. There was things in it
That's
that were
why.
ahead of its time. But the thing is, Halo was only like a couple months later, and that's something.
A year.
Really? 2001 is Perfect Dark, isn't it?
2000.
Oh, is it?
And then Halo came out. in
Yeah.
01.
So it's not much of a. It's the jump from that to that is
Oh, night and day.
crazy. And so that's the thing. Like for the 64, I guess it did what it was. It was the step up from GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
Although I prefer GoldenEye's random story maybe a little bit better.
Oh, it was Bondish.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was Bondish. You knew what you were getting, I guess. The other one was a little more
Stretched.
strange
Yeah, it
and
was-
stretched.
Aliens.
Yeah, it was okay.
Aliens.
But karate chopping and good old co-op and lots of random guns. What was really cool about Perfect Dark is all the guns had secondary things on them.
Yep.
Like you had the laptop gun you would toss out and then it pops up and shoots people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sniper that shot through the wall.
Yeah, if you guys haven't played Perfect Dark, Xbox 360 remake one was really good. The
Yep.
HD remake, so give it a look-see.
That'll be for a late review.
Someday.
For dark. But for now, we're going to talk about Metroid Prime for the GameCube.
Oh.
I just barely got those for the Wii U because they were $10 for the trilogy, so that's like 3
I
games.
saw that.
Yeah,
Now, Metroid Prime, was that the first one that was first person?
yeah. First one that was first person. Have you guys ever played it?
I've never played any Metroid.
Not,
No Metroids
not
at
the
all.
first person ones. I've played the old Metroids.
The old school
How
ones.
have you
Those
not played
were hard.
any of the
I know
Metroids?
it's like a sin to say that as a gamer that you've not played Metroid, but I haven't.
The
it just hasn't
Metroids
caught
are
me
an
too much.
interesting series. They're hard. I feel like they're hard to get into because they let you explore so much that you kind of like have to put a lot into it to
Get
actually
lost.
enjoy it. Yeah, and you can get lost and then get really frustrated of what comes next.
Go into an area that's
You have to
just...
be a competent gamer. I'm not one. Anyways, but Prime is awesome and deserves to be on that list. All of the, especially the first one, but
Yeah, Metroid
because it was the
classic.
closest. It's really quiet. You feel like it's like Alien, the movie, where you're just kind of like. It's just quiet, you're alone, and you're with all these weird aliens on a weird planet, and there's not much talking, and you're just like, well, I don't know what to do, except try to live, you know what I mean? It's really good.
That's
All
the
right.
premise for a #1 game right there.
Yep.
You're alone and you have no idea what to do.
And Slenderman is behind you.
It's just, you're locked in a dark box. That's #1.
Copyright that.
Yeah.
Skipping the next one, because we've talked about Grand Theft Auto so much.
1,000 times. What
Grand
was
Theft
that,
Auto
the
3, yeah, the 3.
same thing.
So we'll go
Rinse
down...
and repeat.
Yeah, rinse and... We'll go down
Pixelated.
to Halo, Combat Evolved.
Yep.
Combat Evolved.
That made it before all the other Halos?
Wasn't that their?
That was the first one.
That's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Halo.
Not exactly what I thought it was.
Oh, I was thinking it was the strategy one.
No.
No.
It's
just-
the first one. It
just
used to be
Halo.
Oh, okay.
Combat Evolved as their thing. Yeah. Halo.
I'll take it.
Halo
Yeah,
is
top 25.
Yeah,
easily.
this-
Halo, it changed consoles to shooters. And we should be grateful for that game for that.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
Co-op, the multiplayer,
Yeah.
the storyline was good for a shooter.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
There's nothing. Yeah. It's just awesome. It's
lots
a
of
great
glitches that were
soundbox.
amazing.
Yeah, lots of
Jumping
fun
back into the
glitches.
Pelican and just crashes and you die. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
lots
crap.
of fun glitches. You could hear music up at a certain pillars, and
Yep.
you could do like all these crazy things.
Lots of Easter eggs.
Lots of Easter
Thank you,
eggs.
Bungie.
Yeah. So, Halo.
Side note: Master Chief Collection, even though it released in November last year,
Yeah.
released just another update that's supposed to continue to fix their match times and
So this is
What
the
else is
time
it?
to buy.
their servers and the online stability.
Especially if you haven't played the first one.
If
though.
you like the HD feature, if you just want to play Halo campaign,
by
go for
yourself.
yeah.
yeah.
I mean the campaign is going to be fine.
That was-
Online
that was
co-op is
beautiful.
not. It's still glitchy.
Well, yeah, but yeah, just get some buddies over and play Halo the way it was meant to be played.
System link that.
Yep. So, okay.
Anyways, technically second sport game, which is surprising, NFL 2K1.
Oh,
It's not even a Madden. We're going Dreamcast with this, and
yeah.
that is
was
the-
fun.
Is that
Yeah.
was that a Dreamcast or was it an Xbox?
I remember
I think
playing
it
it
was
on the
both,
Dreamcast.
but Dreamcast was cool.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, I remember.
That's what it came out with first,
Okay,
apparently.
because there was an NFL. They took the 2K series Xbox, I think, and I
Mhm.
played maybe it was 2 or something. Anyways, yeah, it was a good game. They were good games.
It was
Like,
pretty fun
instead
playing
of
it
just
back in the day.
Playing the matches, now you could do like the training and everything else.
Mhm.
It was a lot more malleable.
Yeah, the
think
visuals
that's
were
what
really
started.
good.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I still remember playing, the original Madden, having that one kind of side game where you had to block all the tackles.
yeah. NFL 2K1 was like a sexy version of Madden. It was it had gloss on it and it was a really good game. The 2K series. I think,
I'm
did
just
really
surprised
well.
that it took this long for a sports game to get up here.
Oh, I'm not.
I'm
No,
not either.
yeah.
When you get a new one every year.
Yeah, it's hard to find that classic, and that's why you got all the way back to Dreamcast. That's when we get up here. So,
Now, I think this next one really does deserve a spot. Half-Life 2.
Oh. This is either my first or my second.
Yep.
Because that is
Marvelous.
there is not
Gravity gun.
any
That's all you
better.
gotta say.
There's not like any better shooter that I can think of than the Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 3.
No, it's just so diverse.
Or-
the bad guys are intense.
Yeah,
the story's
story's good. You are just like involved with the world that it's created. It's just awesome. You're like killing giant, Strider mech things and like.
Nailing people with the nail gun. I think that was like one of the first games that had like a nail gun. You just
The
shoot
zombie,
it at a wall.
the first time you go into the zombie worlds, oh man,
Was it
creepy Ravenholm. Oh my gosh, so creepy. You meet some freaky dude in there. It's just really an awesome game.
The Xbox achievement going through it with just like the saw blades,
Yeah,
Oh,
the gravity gun,
Grav
chopping
gun,
their heads
saw
off.
blades.
Saw
yeah.
blade.
So get Orange Box. If you haven't got Orange Box, that is probably one of the best 360 games ever, and one of the best deals ever. Do it. That you would be stupid not to have that. Half-Life 2.
I could see that on topish of my list there.
Yeah, it's definitely 2 or 1, and the
Still-
episodes after are really good too.
Mhm.
Still, I got nothing hitting at my number 1 spot.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything on there? Anything new that might at least look like a good contender?
I think
Let's
we
see.
got one, Alan.
Oh, you saw a golden eye?
Well, that's one, but the other one I think Alan might like.
Oh, Alan is a fan of. Okay, so after Half-Life, we had Out of the Park Baseball. I never.
No,
Never played it.
That's
2007.
what you thought of me?
no. This
Yes,
next
Alan.
one will be probably a good one for Alan. BioShock.
Oh,
Because that
This is so close to Half-Life. I'm not.
the world is
close to
immersive.
Half-Life.
You got creepy, drug-addled psychopaths trying to kill you with wrenches.
Oh man.
total different feel to a shooter. Now you got to
Yeah.
think. It's got more elements. It's creepy. It's not.
Yeah.
The story's intense.
It's really intense. Great twist.
That's-
there is
that's-
nothing wrong with that game. It is so
In
good.
fact, all 3 of them, and then Infinite just tied everything together, so you can do BioShock for the rest of your life and never get bored.
Yeah. BioShock. Oh my gosh. But the first one, in my opinion, is the best.
Yeah,
2 was. I never played Infinity, but I heard mixed.
that is fantastic.
But the BioShock, the original, my gosh, it's crazy. You just fall into this. You start with the plane crash. You go into this weird building, and
Yep.
you're just immersed in this strange world. The choices that you have to do. It's like KOTOR that we said with light and dark.
Yeah, you're shooting up
It's Half-Life with
plasmids.
decisions, with RPG elements.
Beating little girls with wrenches.
Awesome. That's my number.
They deserved
That
it.
might be my number 3. Who knows?
That's up there.
Yeah.
That's one of those. That might be top 2 for
It
me.
might be low 25s for me. I wasn't that much into BioShock.
Oh, soy.
See, I did. I love the
drugs.
first one.
Yeah, the first
It was
one's
a good game, but I don't think it ranks.
Would
that
you
high to me.
kindly? Oh crap! I've been brainwashed.
Yep.
All right, keep going. If you didn't recognize that tune, you suck. It was GoldenEye,
It
little
wasn't
007.
Power Rangers this time.
It wasn't.
Beep.
Next on the list is GoldenEye. Yeah or nay?
Oh,
That's
It's
tough.
good, but I'm
It's
not sure I'm
good.
going to give it awards. It was good for the time.
good for the time. You go back to it.
Worth
and
the top
it's weird.
25.
I'd give it a top 25 spot.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think
low
it's up
spot.
there. It's a lower
Yeah.
spot, but it's up there. It deserves to be on because it's new for consoles.
I mean,
Like,
it had-
that kind of shooter.
You
Yeah, that's new.
good
stick.
multiplayer, though.
Yeah,
That's what it
multiplayer
was.
again, right?
First
you wanted to
person
play the
Console
campaign.
multiplayer that was decent.
You want to play the campaign over and over again to get all the stars so you could unlock all the cheats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So you
Golden
run around
guns,
shooting
big heads,
people.
giant
Paintball mode.
paintball mode. So much weird crap in that game, but that made the multiplayer worth it.
And I will always remember this show.
Yeah. Mexico's chopping with his hand like a crazy man.
If you didn't recognize the sound.
Yeah.
You suck.
Again, same. Beep.
Hey, look, the orange box does make an appearance on here.
Nice. And Uncharted does too, huh?
All right. I'm just gonna.
I never played that.
I don't know.
Uncharted
I
for
don't
all
know
you
how long
PC
it
guys who
we haven't even heard
PlayStation.
any Final Fantasies pop on there
Yeah,
yet.
I'm
So-
surprised.
I'm
7
amazed.
hasn't come.
All right, let's see. Uncharted
Man,
2,
I'll
Resident
fault them
Evil.
with the gameplay, but the story was incredible.
Yeah.
There's Mass Effect, Tekken.
Oh, Mass
Xyloid.
Effect.
Mass
Frick,
Effect
that's
has
gotta
to be one of the
higher
great
than that.
trilogies of the Xbox.
Yeah, buy that trilogy too. There's so much like good combo.
Oh,
that you
especially
should
'cause-
buy.
You
I
know,
bought it like last year and for $40 for the whole trilogy, so it's a good deal.
It's got to be cheaper now
Yeah.
too.
you know, going from 1 to 2, the decisions you made in 1 didn't
Really
affect a lot.
No, it's in.
You can still bring your
Just-
character in though.
You can
One
still-
or two dead characters, and that
Yeah.
was it.
Mass Effect 2, in my opinion, one of the best games
Yeah.
ever made. But
2 jumping to 3, I think
3 was not.
your story
Yeah.
in 2 affected 3 a lot more
Yeah.
in the outcome of that. It's the second Zelda game, Twilight Princess, which I thought that one didn't get that great of reviews.
Twilight Princess.
I liked it. It wouldn't go 25.
It was
though.
good. No. Yeah. Where are we at on this list? Are we past 25 now?
I think we're at like 16.
Holy cow!
That's
So
only
Skipping
60.
people.
You know, we might just have to decide right here, right now.
yeah.
We'll just Resident Evil 4, Wind Waker, Gran Turismo.
Is Fable
Wind
even on
Wind
there?
Waker's got to be better than Twilight. In my
Fable
opinion.
was good.
Fable
The
would
problem
be
is
top
they amped
25
it
for
up
me.
and then they dropped it. What
Fable
about my
2 blew.
MMOs, man?
None.
Vanilla WoW was freaking awesome.
There are no MMOs.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think they even factored that in.
I think
Knights
it's because
of the
they
Old
evolve
Republic.
over time and technically are still releasing content.
that's probably true.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like I wouldn't
so
rate
many duplicates on
Warcraft
this
now
website.
even on my
Yeah.
top 25.
Vanilla WoW, yes, but and then maybe Burning,
Burning
Crusade.
Crusade was good.
Wrath of the
Everything
Lich.
after that.
I liked Wrath of the Lich King. That's when I got big into it, and then
That's-
after that, it just dropped for me.
That's when it changed. You got to. That's no.
Should we just do top 5?
Top 5.
Knights of the Old Republic.
So
Very
Max.
bottom.
Made it.
Top 5, yeah, it's like at the very bottom.
So Soy, do you want to start top 5?
I'm gonna have to go with a couple of genres, just to kind of even it out.
Even it out. Do your thing.
I think Fable does reach my top 5, the first one,
Okay.
because I
Good
got
choice.
yeah, and then Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
In fact, that kind of the whole series, other than the Old Republic,
So
I haven't played
Fable's
too much.
5 and Knights of the Old Republic 4, or is it just no?
This is just
Legit
no
order? Okay.
legit order,
Okay.
and then Halo.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
4?
Yeah, this is the very first Modern Warfare. Call
Okay.
of Duty 4 Modern Warfare,
Yeah.
not Modern Warfare 4 or any of
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna have to throw Ocarina of Time in my top 5.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Here we go. Mass Effect, Half-Life 2, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Oh, let's see, man. I'm going to do Mario 64 and man, I don't know what my last game should be. We'll do I guess we'll do BioShock for my 5.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
I almost just want to go like series,
Yeah.
Zelda.
Okay.
Probably might cap out. Yeah, I've played them all.
The Zelda series would be my favorite
Yeah.
series of
Yeah.
all time, yeah.
Trying to think of just games that I've played over and over.
I didn't
and
even
over
put Halo
again.
in there. Forget BioShock, I want Halo 2 as
That's
mine.
just cold.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Halo
so,
2 is a
yeah.
good one too.
I might have to go Zelda, Elder Scrolls,
Oh, Skyrim.
because I played a Morrowind,
There's too many good games to do a top 5.
so I'm gonna have to go with that series.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw Final Fantasy in there because I did spend a lot of time
Yeah.
playing that.
Yeah.
Resident Evil, because if I don't have my horror games,
Oh, 4.
Resident Evil
Oh,
4.
That's my top 5
Mhm.
too. I have too many 5s.
That's not 5 anymore, Evan.
And then
My phone's not on silent. Sorry.
The Wi-Fi.
I like Mario.
I guess because it's what brought us mostly all together is Halo.
Yeah.
That franchise. That would probably do it for me. If I had to play one of those games for the rest of my life, I'd be happy.
I think I'd be
Oh,
with
man.
you on that one.
Oh man. All right. Let me try and get out of the box. Start with Little Yoshi's Island.
Okay, hey.
Super,
that is
Super
jumping
Nintendo,
out.
man.
Yeah.
That
It
is
was
nice.
quirky. It was Mario-esque
Yeah.
with a little twist.
It was a good one.
Excellent. I'm gonna hit BioShock probably. I'll take Infinite just because it was the most recent,
Infinite,
most impression.
okay.
Like I said, if you it ties the whole series together.
I mean, we already have it on the list somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
So, as far as my RPGs go, because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say probably Final Fantasy X.
10.
And the reason
last
why
good
most
one.
win it, the reason why most win it is because it still does the turn-based gameplay.
Yeah.
So it's an acquired taste.
10 and 10-2 are being remade.
They are.
Yep, for
Don't-
PS4, another reason to get it,
Yeah.
by the way.
Don't make me cry.
But if you're an RPG fan nowadays, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
10, Final Fantasy 10. You just
Because
you won't get into
it's
it
an
'cause
old
it's slower.
RPG.
Yeah.
It's still a great story, though.
Yeah, and then
Kids
of course,
nowadays don't play for story.
ode to the MMOs. I'll stand and plant my flag. I'm gonna go back to EverQuest, back in the Canark days.
Okay.
Fantastic.
The original.
That old school release the lizard men. Fantastic. Where am I at? Is that
Ixar
4
monk.
games?
That's 4, I think.
Shoot. I'll just
It's hard.
Yeah.
yeah, throw some there's a ton. I'm gonna say Half-Life 1 was probably better for me.
I never played it, so
Yeah,
it probably would be.
'Cause it was
Can I throw
more
one off
PC.
of my list
Yeah,
and switch
it's
it out?
PC.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to drop the Fable, throw in the Diablo series.
Gotta do
Like
Oh,
Diablo
I don't
3
think I
Reaper of
do that.
Souls.
Gotta do that.
I put or Diablo 2, Lord of the Destruction. Either of those two.
That wouldn't even make it on my list. Strange. I know.
Strange actually.
Lots of good games out there.
Tons, dude.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for
We could break it.
this. We'll be back with more sweet sounds in your ears. So apparently we're back. Devin's sneaky fingers. He is
I'm
more
not
Mexican
sneaky.
than I am.
Oh, that's a
Sneaking
mean
those-
accusation there.
Sneaking those.
It's a compliment.
Yeah, sneaking those.
Give him that. He can only wish for it. Tit in his
I
skin
want
color.
some of those. I want some of those hands.
Greasy fingers
Well,
up
it's a
in
good
that
color.
mic and turning that knob
Gets
on.
any wider, he'll be see-through.
Look slick.
That's a good thing. He'll be invisible.
That's probably why you're so sneaky.
Translucent. The newest color of skin.
Nobody. He turned sideways and he's gone.
Suck it, future.
Anyways, we are back
Evolution is now. Sorry, keep going.
with.
Sorry.
Okay, back to the we're back.
We're back with Brains to the podcast, Gamecast. And we just want to say thank you to Jason Kenyon for fielding us all of your comments and questions.
He just is our number one questioner.
Questions for days.
Just as long as they're not from Forbes, we're happy.
We're not that good.
Anyways, Jason asked Game of the Year for 2014.
Yeah.
So I'm going to field this one to Sawyer. Why don't you go ahead?
Sucker!
I can give.
Why don't you go ahead and answer this one first, because the rest of us need to think.
So I can give you my top 3
Oh,
because I'm not
No,
like,
that's not what he asked.
I'm not
Game
dedicated
of
to
the
one
year.
game though. I can never decide between one.
okay.
So I'll give you my top 3 real quick. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls on the PC.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's on the consoles too, but I like the PC because they do the seasons, which are ladders basically, which reset. Destiny, and then South Park Stick of Truth. That
Okay.
game was hilarious.
South Park Stick of Truth.
Truth sticks.
That would be a great gum. True stick.
Truth Stick.
I've already talked about a lot. Shovel Knight will be my game of the year. I think I played. It's the first 2D game that I've actually gotten pretty far on for a long time, and in general, because most of them I didn't go that far because I was a kid and I couldn't beat them past a certain point. But Shovel Knight's a really good game. It's coming out on PS4, coming out on Xbox One. It was a Wii U exclusive. Now it's not. So guys, go buy the game. It is awesome. It is worth it. I would definitely also suggest Mario Kart 8. Really fun. Smash Brothers, of course. And those are my Wii U suggestions of 2014. There you go.
Alan, you remember the question, right?
Have a what?
You remember the question, right?
Oh, man.
Don't think you're getting out.
Have you forgotten in your old age?
Man, the problem is I didn't believe in games in 2014. So,
Did you believe in one?
Not really. I was against the Xbox One. I didn't want to get on the bandwagon when there was nothing else yet, so I was clinging to the 360.
Gotcha.
But I guess now, games that I play that came out, since they're the only two that I know I've played from 2014, apparently Diablo 3.
Okay.
I don't love it, but it was there. And Destiny, I don't love it, but it's there.
These are gleaming reviews. 2014 Game of the Year.
He doesn't love them, but they're there.
Alan Champagne, the ever hateful,
The ever decrepit Alan.
raging against the machine.
He is the machine.
The talent.
The talent.
He's going.
He might have earned it after this podcast.
Alan the talented. Great but not there. All right.
Anyways, Mexico.
I'm trying to stall for as long as I can.
I know you are. You're like trying to make us laugh more. We don't have time for this, Mexico.
Oh,
It's intense.
it's a tough question
It is.
because I can't think of any.
This sucker did 3. This guy
You did
doesn't
3.
even give anything.
No,
I did 1.
He did 1,
and
and
I
then he
gave
did
2
suggestions.
suggestions. I'm a man.
I gave
Sawyer.
3 suggestions.
And all the games were crap, so
Yeah,
Now-
2014, you sucked.
it truly was. This is like the year of letdown.
If
So
you're,
I think there was a couple good ones, but
There were some
not-
good games.
It was just
Nothing amazing, but
you
they're
know,
good.
I'm gonna have to say Destiny, just because my brother and I co-op that one quite a bit, and we played the crap out of it until it just got ridiculously old.
Yeah.
But
what was that, like a week and a half later?
no.
No, because it was probably a month in.
No, people are still playing it like crazy.
Well, I'm still
I
playing
am
it, but I don't
so-
like it.
Oh my gosh.
we never got to that point. Like once we started getting there, we're just like done.
You were just done.
So it's either that one. I would have to say too. I enjoyed playing Shadow of Mordor, even though it was repetitive and not. Story wasn't.
The combat
perfect.
seemed like Batman. Am I wrong?
It was Batman plus Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so lots of countering and
But I think I liked it.
I
because
like that
it was,
fighting system,
was
but-
steeped in a lot of nerd history.
okay.
I mean, they did a lot
a
of.
lot into the J.R.R. Tolkien.
I mean, if you don't know who Celebrimbor is, he's the one who created the rings in secret, and that's who the Wraith is in the game. So
Mexico is more.
Yeah, your inner Frodo
He's,
just came out.
he's doing his book.
It's
thing
because he
again.
reads the books.
Oh, wait, that's a book?
I swear those were movies.
they came out with the
Whoa.
the Silmarillion.
J.R.
Really, where are you learning these words?
Oh,
He
Silmarillion.
reads books.
It's the book
It's
that
a book.
compiles all the
All
history of
the
Middle
Tolkien
Earth.
crap.
You read a history book, nonetheless?
No, I'm not.
about
about
a fake
world.
world?
fictional history.
Fictional history.
Hey, it's got some of the better battles.
He's
and-
trying to make
Can't
it
you
better.
just make up your own history?
Should we
It's a
question?
fake world.
Should we question him on history? About American history, one episode.
Oh yeah, see how he compares.
See if he compares to
When
Lord of the
was War of
Rings.
1812.
That sounds like a podcast. Yeah, I know. With our information, Alan can give you good Indian history. That's what he's learning in his history class. Anyways, podcast
A
stuff.
shout out to UVU for having great history teachers.
Oh, we got to give our shout outs to our Patreon people.
Patreon people.
Shout out.
Who we got? Trevor Payne
Yep, and
and Scotty Moon.
that's it.
You are two very beautiful people,
Yep,
and we will love you forever.
it's
True Pats.
true. I have
True
to,
Patreons.
and I do. It's not more than
That
just
is-
have to. It's I do.
That is
Like, at
until
first
you're
it
no
sounded-
longer $7.
It almost sounded like you were, being coerced right there. I have to.
No, it's not course.
It's because they're
Fuck 'em,
family.
okay.
It's just family. It's blood. It's
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 unconditional.
Godfather thing.
He feeds
It's
me.
unconditional.
Oh, that's not the
Ask
Godfather
Alan
song.
if he unconditionally loves his family.
Thank you. Anyways,
Anyway.
2014 was probably not great for everyone here.
And
Not
cute.
great, but it was there.
2014, lower your standards so we
Brain
can get a
Stew,
number
the
one.
Brain Stew podcast.
Lower
Not great, but it was there.
expectations. Anyways,
Let's go singing.
well, you remember the Mad
Just in
TV,
case that was a song.
Oh,
the
yeah.
dating
Oh,
website
yeah.
lowered expectations. That was the year of 2014.
It was good. For you guys. I actually had one. Holy crap.
That's small.
Mexico had one.
I had a what?
Yeah, one that you all gave this average review to.
I like this. I still play that game.
I know you do, but it's good, but not there. It's just there. Anyways, we said that enough.
Thank you to
We're
all
nailing that.
our Patreon supporters. We love you. We thank you.
Yep.
Send us your comments, your questions. We will answer them. We're available on Patreon, iTunes, Twitter, YouTube, all the major.
Our website.
Facebook, our website, Libsyn.
www.brainstewthepodcast.libsyn.com.
All right.
How do you spell Libsyn?
Libsyn.
Okay.
No.
The champagne.
Is that why we're not getting so many people listening to this?
Libson.
Yeah, I was thinking like
Libsyn.
Gibson with an L instead of a G.
Anyways, you can, if you're a Patreon supporter, you can hear this episode almost immediately.
Yeah, basically.
Right when it's up
tomorrow.
on the site tomorrow.
So Friday will be Patreon. That's a week early Friday, not a week after.
If you're an iTunes subscriber, you'll get this Wednesday.
This one
Thursday.
Thursday.
This one Thursday.
Gamecast Thursday, Wednesday podcast.
Wednesday podcast.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Because it'll be
We'll probably have
interesting.
a lot of information next week on the Gamecast with PAX East being this weekend.
Yeah, and there's a lot of
Especially
things
since
we
the weather's
missed.
pretty good down there.
Yep.
True.
Good stuff.
Boston.
Boston. We feel sorry for bringing up Boston. St. Patty's Day is coming up.
It's true.
17th.
We gotta have a St. Patty's Day episode. What's today?
17th.
The 7th.
So
It's the
today's the
5th.
5th and
We got
12
10
days.
Okay,
12 days.
we'll have one. Anyways.
Anyways, thank you for listening. We're out.